So out of like everything that's going on in the world and like every other thing that's been going on in the entertainment realm, people are upset that Pop the Balloon was gentrified by Netflix. Of all shows, Pop the Balloon. Okay. All right, let's talk about it. Hello, you guys. I hope you guys are ready for another slice of cake because we are back with the Cake Radio Show, and I am here to talk about the stuff that's been going on with Pop the Balloon. So, if you haven't been following, Pop the Balloon is the show on YouTube that has kind of taken the internet by storm, especially with like it's been a big thing within like the black entertainment space. You either love it or you love to hate it. I'm someone who does can't stand the show because it literally is just it's like the worst parts of like dating and like dating apps just on full display for everybody to see. Um, like the girls just like when I say the girls in this instance, it's the men. The men be popping their balloons so fast and like they be like, oh, I don't like you because like I'm looking for this and I'm looking for that, and it's just like, oh, you're not really looking for that for real. Um, and it's like the girls popping the balloon because it's like, oh, you're not like you don't really got a job like that. You're not really taking things seriously, and then it's the men being like, man, I got all this stuff. Like I got these shoes and everything. Like it's just not it's not given for me. It's not given for me like that. Um, and it's not given for a lot of other girls because um we got like videos and people doing videos talking about how like pop balloon is bad for like culture, how like black entertainment space on YouTube is in a bad place because of the fact that like we're not really getting like original inventive stuff anymore. People aren't reinventing the wheel because of the fact that the algorithm isn't pushing that type of content. And the biggest things that are doing well are like this vlog content, content from people like Kai Sanat and Speed, and then you have like the pop the balloon type stuff. Like it's not looking good out here, sister. Um, but Pop the Balloon has been taking the girls by storm, and Netflix noticed it and picked it up for a Pop the Balloon live event. And the girls was like, "Oh, this got to be an April Fool's joke, right?" Nope, it's real. It was real, and they had my girl Yvonne Orji from Insecure host it, I guess, and it was a disaster. Now, I will preface this by saying that I did not watch the show. If you know me personally, you know I don't have a Netflix subscription. I'm not getting a Netflix subscription, and I also am not gonna watch Pop the Balloon live. Like, are you kidding me? But I did see clips. So if you want to like be one of those who doesn't want to care about who wants to throw my opinion to the side, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the full live stream. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, but no, I watched some of the clips and by it was not good. Like it was not enjoyable. I also have not seen full like episodes of Pop. Well, I take that back. I've seen a couple of episodes of like Pop Balloon, but it's mostly been like some of like the celebrity ones, like um, and also like the three. I'm also like mixing Pop Balloon up with like the 1v 10 or the 1v5 whatever ones. Um, and I keep thinking about the one with like Shamar. I don't know if Shamar was like Pop the Balloon or if he was like a 1v like 10 or something like that. I don't know because they are all the same. It's all the same stuff. But I digress. The clips that I saw of the Pop the Balloon live was kind of strange because first you had like the ad promoting it. Yvonne Orgy is stunning, and then you had this whitewashed like lineup of people. I already knew it wasn't going to be good because the fact that there was whitewashing people, and that's what people are upset about, the fact that like this very quote unquote very black show was whitewashed, and I'm put that in quotations because I'm going to talk about that later. Um, and then there was the actual clips of the show, and you had like the one dude, I'm forgetting his name, but he literally was looking at one of the black female contestants, like one of our black girls, and literally was saying a very anti-black and colorist statement to her. Um, and outside of that, you still have like a lot of the same problems that Pop the Balloon usually has, in which like people are popping the balloon quick. They're not really trying to give people a chance. Um, and it's just like it was really wasn't given. It really was not giving. Let me know in the comments if you thought it was given, because I've heard like it seems like a lot of people are thinking it wasn't given, but I love to hear from the people who thought that it was given. Um, and then I checked Twitter, of course, because I'm also seeing this hit the timeline, and I'm seeing everybody be like, "Oh, like this Pop the Balloon live is awful." Um, you also have people like talking about like the racist statement that one dude said. You also have the people posting clips. You also have the people being like, "Oh, they're gentrifying. They gentrified Pop the Balloon. Why are all these white people here?" Da 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 da. And it's just like, are we really going for the bat for Pop the Balloon of all things? Like this is like if someone if a white guy made like there was a white version of King Batch, but instead of like them making jokes about black people, it was jokes about white people, and people were like, "Oh, they stealing King Batch's stuff." Like, hello, I thought y'all did not like King Batch. Like, it's like we going up the bat for King Batch of all people. Like, okay, it's literally like it's like if they whitewash baddies. Like people would be like, "Oh, like are you sure we're going to try to defend the lowest of the low?" Just because of the fact that it's black. Y'all don't be defending the best of the best. Y'all don't be tuning into the best of the best as is. Um, because it's kind of crazy to me that like, we like I feel like there has been more pushback of the fact that like they gentrified Pop the Balloon than some of the black shows and shows that got canceled and stuff like that. Like I think it's very odd to me that this is the thing that we're going to bat for. This is also like again, this is like if they canceled baddies, because I remember there was that one case of like people, like allegedly there being rumors that baddies was getting canceled, and everyone was like, yes. Like I feel like if people were like, oh my god, they canceling baddies, like that would be kind of crazy. Um, but if you ask me if you ask me what my thoughts on the situation, like I don't particularly care, because Pop the Balloon is not. While it is a show that certainly has taken like that is black entertainment. It's created by a black person. It's run by black people. It's a predominantly black show. Like it's mostly black people that be on the original show, not on on the live, but the regular show. So it is definitely odd that they like whitewash it, but I'm not surprised. Why would I be shocked? And because it's literally Netflix. Netflix picked up the show not because it was like it's not a defining project of like black entertainment that they were like, oh, we must get this. They literally saw that it was trending and was like, oh, like let's take it, but also let's make it for everybody. Because that's the thing about gentrification. Gentrification is always like, it's always a white bald hoe in the corner being like, what if we just made this for everybody? And it's not, and for everybody they mean white people. And the thing is that again, the other reason why I don't care about this is the reaction is by design. White people were not gonna tune in to Pop the Balloon as is. You can put as many white people there as you can for a Pop the Balloon style show. White people are not gonna watch that because white people are fucking boring. No shit. Like, it's the fact that like it wouldn't be interesting. What makes Pop the Balloon, the YouTube version, the original version of the show, like trend worthy is the fact that like black people are not a monolith. Black people, but like you see the reaction like black people are so iconic because you see them when an ugly man comes in who looks a goddamn mess, you see them pop the balloons quick and leave. Like you see their personalities when they have to explain that why they popping a balloon. They give a lot of like they're showing like blackness is on display. Like they're showing the a lot of the things that like people are willing to tune into because black people are very personable. We have a lot of personality, and that's something that a lot of like non-black people lack. It's something the culture is what they want, but by taking a show that is very reliant on culture and trying to take the culture out. People without culture are not going to tune in because it's lacking the culture. And the format also didn't work. You know, you have, again, it's gentrified. You have Yvonne Orji on there, and you kind of have this like. Though I was seeing some of the promotion because I follow Yvonne Orji on Instagram because like I've been a fan of her work. I liked her on Insecure. I like her comedy acting. I also had read her book Bamboozled by Jesus. Like it, very interesting stuff. Like she's an interesting girl. I love her down. But it was very like how I wonder what she thought. I think she picked up for a bag, obviously, but like it was interesting seeing some of the promotion for it, and like you have her talking about this like it's a traditional like dating show almost, and what she's like, oh, like I'm here because I want to like see people fall in love and stuff like that. And then you have like I think it was the original creator of the show who's doing promotion for it, or like other people who are talking to her about the show being like, oh no, like this is about the mess. This is about like, you know, people like being crazy and reacting crazy about the show. So and her kind of being and Yvonne kind of being a little bit gagged for it. So I don't think, as much as I love Yvonne, like I just don't think Yvonne was the right fit for this show. But obviously the show should not be on Netflix like in this format that it took. Um Dang, my thoughts are all over the place now that I'm thinking about it. But you know, that's my thoughts. I really don't care that this was gentrified. I don't think that, you know, I would be surprised if they do another one just because of the reaction. I don't know. We haven't gotten like the viewership numbers on it back either, so who knows if this like was a success or not. Netflix has been throwing a lot of like live content at the wall to see like what would stick and what works. That's kind of the issue for having like a very generalized platform because like what here's like off the top of my head, here's all the live stuff they've had. They've had WWE, if I remember correctly. They've had like sports, football. They did the Beyonce Bowl thing with the performance. That I tuned into, but I watched that on the iPad pod. I watched that when it hit the Twitter timeline for the Beehive that was recording, and I saw that on YouTube when they posted it. I did not get a Netflix subscription. Sorry. Um, then you had what was it? It was like the Mike Tyson and was it Jake or Logan Paul? The one with the I was about to say, well, both of them are racist, but the one that like everyone was talking about because Mike Tyson lost for some reason. And then you had like there's like a John Mulaney show that is online that's live that is like going right now that I've been seeing clips of. And then you also have fuck, what else? There's like a lot of stuff that they've been throwing around. The like Chris Rock special and the comedy specials that they've been testing live. And then this, like it just seems like there's a lot of like it is very inconsistent. I think the only consistent thing that they've had so far is like sports. With like sports was always going to do well because like people be watching sports. Um, but I feel and oh also like award stuff because I think they have the SAG awards there too. But then Netflix need to figure out something. We like the things. It's it's getting weird out here because like the girls are creatively bankrupt, not because of the fact there aren't like good ideas out there because people have original good ideas. One is just the fact that for some reason, despite the fact that there is evidence that like telling stories with like black leads and stuff like that, and actually like bringing black people in to create some like really good stories, really good shows, really good films can work and be financially successful. They like for some reason the studios keep trying to pretend that's not happening, even though they're reaping the reward. Um, and then there's also just the fact that like we're running out of ideas for like fast content, like fast cheap content to roll out. And I know we hit in a recession soon. Well, we in a recession, child. Let's not pretend. I know we in a recession. I know that they in the cases of recessions and in the cases of strikes and stuff like that, they want to push out a lot more like unscripted content. But we are out of ideas, y'all. We gotta. It's not looking good for you, Netflix. It's not looking good. But maybe y'all reach out to me. Maybe I come up with a little show for y'all. But that's my thoughts. That's my thoughts on this episode of the Cake Radio Show. I hope y'all enjoyed that slice of cake. If you did, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel where you get episodes before anywhere else. Also, let me just plug this in now because I need my followers up. Be sure to follow me on your favorite social media platforms as well. You know, Instagram, TikTok, my other YouTube channel at CakeDive or at the CakeDive. And, you know, run the followers up. But that's it from me. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye-bye.